What's up, YouTubers? I'm sitting here with my soldier friend, the guys I've been, or the guy I should say, I've been telling you about. We'll just call him Soldier X. He's a real good man, and I'm gonna get to the questions that some of you wanted to ask, and I'm gonna try to go ahead and just get the gist of the training that he received. I do need to correct one thing. The training was not received in Alabama; it was received in Kentucky. So correct me on that. I'm sorry for the misinformation, but anyhow, sir, people do want you to know, that they're proud of your service. Number one, they say that they want to give me their regards to you for being a soldier and for doing what you do for our country. So that's number one. I thought I'd let you know that. Number two, without giving away any personal information or anything that would affect you in any way, shape, or form, if you could, just tell these guys whatever it is you wish to tell them about the training that you received in Kentucky, and we'll go from there.
Well, the training we received was, a lot of it was seemed like standard National Guard training, but others, they were really intent on training up on this stuff in a serious way. And we received, of course, riot control, which is pretty standard. But we also trained up on, traffic control points, cordoning off a city, like a small town, setting up a perimeter around the town, and going into the town and locking it down and securing the town, and rounding up anybody who might be, a threat,
right,
as what will be perceived as by the command.
So let me stop you right there and say this. You brought this up earlier, which is a good point. The National Guard has a way around the Posse Comitatus Act in regards to it not being against our Constitution to help police the streets. And why is that?
Well, the way the National Guard works is that they work in unison with local law enforcement, and the National Guard can go in and detain somebody, but detaining is not technically arresting. It's holding them until it's justified whether they should be arrested or released. And the local law enforcement actually comes up, takes the person, and they do the official arrest.
Okay. So now, does the military in general have any idea or really good information about the swine flu vaccination campaign that's going on right now?
I've not heard anything from my command at all.
Okay. Now, some people did want me to ask, is the training that you received more of a urban type training, or is it more like of a widespread type deal? Like
it's all urban. We didn't train in any sort of traditional, like field combat, like in the wood lines or in a desert or anything like that. It was all completely urban, as in like an American setting.
Okay. There was also another interesting point of conversation here. And I didn't know this myself. I was ignorant to this. When soldiers actually join up with the military, they actually receive a battery of shots and vaccinations. And I would like you to hear from this man right here what the going rumor, and I will say it what it is, call it out for what it is, what the going rumor is in regards to what those vaccinations are.
Well, when you go into the military, you take an entire day, and do nothing but receive vaccinations and shots and immunizations. And it was just a rumor that we were all passing around, but somebody, of course, started it. But that one of the shots that we received was like a high-grade radioactive isotope that would bond to our cells, and with that, they were able to track the movements of military personnel.
Right, so they can pretty much keep an eye on you guys, whether you're out in the battlefield, but this is something that's going to stay with you for life. So whether or not, it
well,
can't.
Of course, with that, though, the radioactive isotopes, they have a half-life that only lasts so long. However long that shot may have lasted, if it is real.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay.
So,
all right. So anything else further about the training that you want to add in regards to any kind of techniques? Like, in the urban training, when you were kicking in doors and stuff like that, what was the first things they did? Like for instance, would they fire off tear gas and flash grenades and windows and stuff before they come kicking in the doors, or how did that work?
Well, it depends on the situation and the supposed threat.
So what if they know you have arms?
Well, if they know that you're armed and dangerous, then it's going to be a hard entry where they throw in flashbangs, they do a break and rake on the window, go through a window, set demo charges on a wall, blow out a wall, go through the wall. They can also rappel out of a helicopter, do an air assault onto the roof, and go down from the roof if you say you have a opening on the roof on like a flat top building.
So like a skylight or something.
Yeah. And then they can go through the roof. That's a good approach, because the thing about doing a room clearance, a building clearance, is that you want to go through the spot where the enemy least expects it, and they like say going through the wall. Nobody expects you to come through the wall. Right. Going through a door is the last spot that they will do an initial breach in.
Right, because that's the first place everybody expects somebody to come to, is the front door.
That's what they call the fatal funnel, because that initial breach is the most dangerous part of the breach, because everybody's going into that one tiny little, 4-foot wide section, and they can have all kinds of guns trained on that one area, and that's the most deadly spot.
So throughout any of this training at all, did they ever discuss the possibility of having to disarm the American people?
Oh yeah, they, say like we did TCPs, traffic control points, and where it's in a situation where it's like locking down a city, where there's a town there's a road going into a town, and we block that off. And we've got, our gun trucks with 50 cals and Mark 19s and whatever, and we put concertina wire up everywhere, and we stop vehicles, search vehicles, any foot traffic, we stop the foot traffic, pat them down, searching for weapons and explosives and
for people that don't know what concertina wire is, I believe that's the razor wire that's spiraled out or whatever, right? The rolls
it's
of razor
some
wire.
neat stuff.
Right, I bet. So, would you, being a soldier, ever take part of this kind of thing? And what's the talk in the military between you and your buddies in regards to, in case of such an event? Would you ever take part of this?
Well, I take part to an extent, if it's just like bashing people's faces in, I don't really care.
Right,
I'm not doing it anyway, but if it gets to the point to where it's complete and total martial law, going into buildings, confiscating firearms, detaining people without any real probable cause or anything like that, I'll either do one of two things. I'll either desert or leave my command forcibly.
Right. So, how prepared are you for this? I mean, you seem like you're halfway awake anyways. I mean, are you ready for the things that are coming? I mean, obviously something's happening.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm definitely ready. I got my rifles, my shotguns, my pistols, and I got thousands of rounds of ammunition for them all. I've got supplies. I've got means to pack up in my truck and drive out into the wilderness and survive.
Do what you got to do to survive. Well, I'm here to tell you, man, as an American citizen, once again, we appreciate your duty to the country, number one, and protecting and serving us as citizens. Number two, we appreciate your being honest, in regards to the training that you received. Once again, we thank you for the interview and stuff. A lot of people have been looking forward to hearing this from you. And I speak on everybody's behalf, thousands of people, in fact, who've been curious about this. Everybody wants to say thank you for what's, the information that you're passing on and things that you're talking about. And, good luck with your mission. All right? Thank you.